I have a 23 and an 18-year-old, and they're in college and stuff like that, and they know the deal too. And so the whole key is that people, places, and things gotta be a far third. It's like, how the hell are you gonna pray to something that's created by a man so he can sell to you? I mean, there's even records and music. You know, back to the question about music. If you say you love something, know about what you love. We in the city where Curtis Mayfield put it down. And it ain't too much, right? I know some of y'all call it dusty, but you know what? That's future music. It ain't past music, it's future music. You know, come on. Down to Gene Barge and Duke of Earl, Gene Chandler. I mean, if kids don't know who made it possible for us and just think it stops at Kanye and it never started with Crucial Conflict or Do or Die or you know, I mean, Chicago and my man Pink House and Steve, you know, they fought hard to try to put Chi-Town on the map as a rap market and a hip-hop market to stand on its own 2 feet. I couldn't stand when people had to say, well, we just trying to come up, so we can't wait till we get a record deal in New York or LA. You understand? Because the big corporations are in New York or LA, and everything else in the middle of New York and LA is considered country and bumpkinville as far as these investors are concerned. They don't care about the people, they just care about your money. And at the same time, if they don't care about you, you gotta also judge and look at yourself, or you gotta look at yourself like, what am I supporting? I mean, that's real talk. And we're not talking, see, it's Crown Royal Black, you know what I'm saying, we're in the museum, so you know what? I'm going to be able to come and talk to y'all in Chicago, but we ain't talking to 14-year-old people out here. We're talking to grown people. I mean, when y'all wake up in the morning, you know you old, you know it's like, if you go to 21, damn, I hurt just waking up in the morning. You shouldn't wait for somebody to tell you how to be grown, because you can't be grown some of the time, and then when somebody asks you how you should lead, I mean, come on, at least lead in your own head, lead in your own house, lead in your own block, and then you can lead in your own community, and then lead in your own city, and then state or whatever. I mean, to me, President Obama, to me, is like, he's a symbol just for me to be able to say, well, dude has his agenda, it's the Democrat, whatever, but I could just imagine how many phone calls he's getting, like, yo, B, what up, son? You ain't talked to me for about 2 years, son. So I know he got to be tired. So what President Barack Obama does for me is say, Chuck, you got no excuse to say you're tired, because think of what this brother's going through. And so my agendas might be different. My pattern might be different. Who I talk to and how we talk. You know, I consider myself, are you an American, Chuck? No. I am a citizen of the planet. Number 2, yes, I'm a citizen of the planet. I don't believe in governments and borders and orders. I don't believe in that. That's why, but I'm crazy. I'm a culturalist. I believe culture brings human beings. I believe in the human race. I believe black people have been knocking on the door of the human race in the United States forever. Just to be part of the human race. There's no such thing really as races within the human race. If somebody's going to brag about saying, well, this is Caucasian, this white is the best in the world, we got to say we're black for self-defensive reasons. Just if you don't say that you're black, then you will totally get wiped away. So we got to go through that, say, yeah, we that, but witness has put us as a people where we're being stomped on. So we got to kind of like have things already in our psyche and inside our system just to defend ourselves against the blooms for real. Yeah. So when it comes down to voting for who you want in the next whatever election, if they ain't talking to you, you better start voting for yourself. You better start saying, well, damn, I'm 32 years old, and I got to stand up and be a man and a woman. I just got to, at least, all right, at least I can see if I could like pull some strings in my own crib. If you can't, can't lead your own crib, you stop the conversation right there. Just stop it right there. That should be your first motive. But no, your first one is how can I actually run things in my own head? How can I run my own head in my heart? So, your head and your heart can get away from you. Your soul can be abducted. But if you got that in order, how could you make steps to at least know that you have yourself? Because if you don't have yourself, trust me, the next 10 years, somebody else got yourself looking to sell it right back to you or do an IPO on it.
It's happening every day. People are selling poor imitations of us to us.
Yeah, well, we didn't sell our soul, we gave it away. How do you sell soul to a soulless people that sold his soul? You don't sell soul. You kind of like accept it and to get it back. So this is where we're at right now. We can talk about, even when somebody says, what do you think about the climate? What do you think about the economic situation in America? Just take a long walk. Step outside, take a long walk on the south side, and then take a long
short walk.
Just take a short walk. There's a lot of answers you don't need words for. All you need is some vision. And also, you need just keep your ears open, and you have an answer. So you don't need a politician to tell you that. I came out here one time in Chicago, and it was like we was in one of those churches that looked the size of the United Center. House of Hope.
A stadium size.
Yeah, I think scoreboards in there, cheerleaders. Orchestras and everybody was asking the same question. How do we stop these boys from shooting themselves? I said, wait, don't 10,000 people coming in? 10,000 people can't come up with no answer? Out of that 10,000, how many of them men? Man can't stop no boy? Let me tell you this, one thing. The division between brown and black is getting out of hand. Because the anti-immigration laws here is the next level of racism that we have to turn our head to because we ain't them. When we really kind of mix with them, we can't do them, right? One thing I noticed in California and parts of here and also east is that somehow who we be slandering like, the Mexicans taking our job. They be like rolling in posses as men, like working together on a roof, like 14 deep. What they ain't gonna have happen, they not having their sons out posse them. Because they work together automatically by default. So their boys, they kind of got a little crew there, but the fathers is 17 deep. They might not be registered or whatever, they might not be whatever, but you know what? They 17 deep. And they let their boys overtake them. Now, when you talk about a posse of black men in America, other than looking at situations like the Nation of Islam, which would throw 30 men deep, which scares off most of America anyway. Oh, wait, I got a problem with that. All kinds of people just say all kinds of stuff. 17 and 18 men, black men deep. There ain't gonna be a posse of boys that overtake that. When we out posse our sons, that's the beginning of black men coming back together. Real talk.
I want to talk about the platform for a moment because to me one of the interesting things about the hip hop movement was that people would put themselves on, not necessarily wait for somebody else to do it. Whether it was through selling some tapes out the trunk of your car or whatever. I see you now taking this to another platform, and that is the digital platform. And I want you just to share with us tonight some of the things that you're doing using that digital platform to move to the next level.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I got off track. Y'all should invite me. I'm supposed to be the husband. The reason that you don't hear Public Enemy on your major media, because you can't handle it. Trust me. I'm the nice guy here. Let Griff get a TV show every day. So, look, people are like, what about flavor? Flavor, everybody got a flavor in their family. Especially in Chicago. The reason Flavor was public enemy since day one. We all from Roosevelt, Long Island. We all know each other. We know it's, shared rooms, shared beds, smell each other's gas. It's a hard family, Griff and Flavor like night and day, and I'm somewhere in the middle of the afternoon. But at the end of the day, it's the genuine clear. What are you going to do to speak up for black folks when we get stomped on? Flavor has a voice. We never expected that Flavor would have a TV show by himself. People come to me like, oh man, Flavor. I'm like, what the hell do you expect? Dude been wearing a plaques around his neck since 1987. He ain't supposed to have a TV show by his goddamn self. He's within the perspective of public enemy. Y'all don't count the other 11 people. You just see the candy that comes and floats to the top. Flavor is like this. Like a lemonade, you get that big jar of lemonade. Y'all make Kool-Aid out here. Flavor a little bit, 3 cups of sugar. Now, we stir it. Yeah. We stir it together, and you got lemonade. Now, if you take the water and the lemons away from it, you just got sugar, you got diabetes in a second. That's what Flavor gave everybody through TV, gave them diabetes. You can exist on the water, you can get healthy off the lemons. Might seem a little boring. So, yes. When I pointed at we had to get public enemy was mad. We was mad at VH1, we was mad at the producers. Matter of fact, I think we did one show together, right, Griff? And the producers had the nerve to come backstage, man. And we was thinking about like gaffling that cat, man, like tying him up and put him in the back of the trunk. Flavor gonna do what Flavor gonna do. Come on, this Flavor. He's the same dude. But you think that's something. Basketball-wise, got Flavor Flav looking like Sesame Street. I was seriously disturbed by that. Every time I see Shawnee O'Neal's face, she's like in discomfort, like, wow, they paying me, but damn. So real talk, I'm just like saying, we don't make no excuses for Flavor, but at the same time, there's going to be something out there that's going to grab an element of us instead of the whole thing of what we're about. And around the world, we're revered for that. In music, we're revered for that. They have purposely kept situations like Public Enemy and its elements away from black people. Now, how you get to black people? Number one, you be on the radio. Because black people want free things. Free radio. Look, Sirius XM is a wonderful tool. Radio on your BlackBerry is a wonderful tool. That's the tools of the elite. Free radio always gonna win. Like turn the radio, radio on. That's where the messages for black people need to be, where it's free. Concerts are wonderful. Live Nation, they got the Jigga and Kanye concert coming through for tickets for $196. Wonderful. It's a wonderful world, I guess. A free concert in Soldier Field, right? With 100,000 black folks for free. It's a different story. But we're going to show up for free. The messages have to be available to the people for free. And that's the biggest thing. Matter of fact, y'all got here free tonight, right? Matter of fact, y'all have free drinks. We got to have the message for the people available to the people. Once it's priced out of the range, it won't get to the people. The people will be lost if they don't see and hear themselves in a higher platform, in a higher place. It's simple that. If we don't see our families in a higher place, it's great to see the Obama family in a higher place. He's the president for America. But at the same time, we also need to see our families in motion and also being helped out. We also need to be seeing teachers helped out, professors helped out. We need to see structures in our communities helped out, and we need to see true rehabilitation. I think the best teachers sometimes in the community have to be that brother who got locked up for 10 years, for a 10-year bid. He gonna go back in the hood. Is there a job for him somewhere that's subsidized? Can he actually be at the head of a community center and get paid for it? Is there a job paid by the state or by the city for somebody who goes into the educational system and able to straighten out these men, these young boys who are in a high school system that the superintendents threw their hands up in the black high school like, I don't even know what to do with these wild damn kids.
They don't even want them to come back.
I have a solution. I say this and people say I'm crazy, but I'm gonna be quiet, but I think my time is over. But listen, I ain't running for nothing. I ain't running for anything either. So look, I believe, but then again, it'll never happen because we don't control this. I believe, number one, the prison industrial complex not only is new slavery, but it's genocide. And matter of fact, if y'all think it's the worst it's ever been, it's going to get worse. 2.5 million people in prison now. They built facilities able to house 5 to 7 to 10 million in the next 10 to 15 years. If they don't bring across a new agenda for new slavery for productivity in the United States, expect mass extermination by 2025. Now, you've got to glorify this whole rites of passage prison thing, and what a quick solution. There's no such thing as quick solutions. They ask me, Chuck, what do you think? I believe if you have control over the educational system, boys, every single boy, the good ones too. 5th grade, go to jail for 2 weeks. Take your lunch bag, your knapsack, leave your video game home, you're going to lockdown. Cook County, 2 weeks. Yeah, you're 11 years old. Then 8th grade, 3 weeks. Guaranteed you'll see valedictorians. But they won't allow us to control our own destiny, so they'll play around with that thing. I mean, Ja Rule was just quoted yesterday and saying jail was amazing. Of course they're going to take his comments and they're going to blow it up, and that's going to have more pub than what we did in Skid Row 2 weeks ago. Ja Rule says jail is amazing. They ain't amazing. I'm telling you, if you think it's bad now, with 2.5 million people in prison, and most of them people of color, they built facilities ready to house 5 million. Am I right or wrong, Griffin? They have built facilities ready to hold 7 to 10 million in the next 15 years. And if they don't pass across an agenda for new productivity by this nation trying to get into the production thing with new slave labor, they have a program for mass extermination. And who do you think gonna go first? So, right minds, we just want things to be right. But the only way that you can kind of begin to make things right, you have to expand your mind to the diaspora and ask the diaspora to be part of it, which kind of holds things at bay. Yes, it's interwoven into the new world order, as we say. But you got to be loud about your situation so you won't be silently gaffled. Yeah. All right? And if you've grown, you're over 21, there's no reason for y'all to be silent. No reason. This whole, I can't say nothing to nobody is totally unacceptable right now in 2012.